March 2025. Ethan's mornings looked different now. The alarm still rang at 6, but there was no rush, no traffic, no boss. Just sunlight, coffee, and a quiet laptop hum. He had built something that felt fragile, yet real. His first few clients were small business owners, real people chasing their own dreams, a fitness coach from Florida, a startup founder in Dubai, a digital artist in Spain. They didn't care about his degree or where he lived. They cared about one thing: results. And Ethan delivered. Each project was a new challenge, learning to communicate, managing time zones, and staying creative when deadlines piled up. It wasn't glamorous, but it was his. For the first time, he was building something from scratch for himself. But with success came noise. Notifications, messages, revisions. The line between work and rest blurred. He found himself answering emails at midnight, editing videos at 3 a.m., drinking too much coffee just to stay awake. The hustle was real, maybe too real. One evening, Ethan's sister called. "You've been working nonstop. When was the last time you went outside?" she said softly. He laughed. "Outside? I'm living online now." But her silence said what he didn't want to hear. He was becoming a prisoner of his own freedom. That night, he closed his laptop and sat by the window. The city lights shimmered below, alive and distant. He had money in his account, clients in his inbox, yet something was missing. Purpose. Ethan realized he wasn't chasing money anymore. He was chasing meaning. The kind that wakes you up before dawn, not because you have to, but because you want to. The next morning, he made a new decision. No more random projects. From now on, every client, every script, every design had to align with something he believed in. Freedom meant choice, and now he would choose what mattered. Weeks passed. Ethan began focusing on educational clients, teachers, creators, and startups building tools to help others learn. His storytelling grew deeper, his visuals more intentional. People started noticing. One viral post turned into hundreds of messages, collaboration requests, opportunities. Ethan wasn't just a freelancer anymore. He was becoming a creator with a voice. One morning, he received an email titled "Partnership Proposal." A mid-sized tech company had found his work on LinkedIn and wanted him to lead content strategy for their AI brand. It wasn't just another gig. It was the kind of offer he once thought was impossible. He had built his reputation from his bedroom, one project at a time. But Ethan didn't say yes immediately. He'd learned something important over these months. Success without peace was just another kind of trap. So he took a walk, headphones in, music soft, mind clear. He thought about the long nights, the deadlines, the isolation, and the small moments of joy that made it all worth it. When he returned, he opened a blank document and typed 3 words: "Let's build together." He sent it, not as a desperate freelancer, but as a partner, a creator who knew his worth. April 2025. Ethan was now earning more than he ever had in his corporate job, but the numbers no longer mattered. What mattered was control, time, balance, the quiet satisfaction of knowing that every dollar, every project, every line of code or script was built by his own hands. One morning, he revisited that first email, the layoff notice from 2024. Instead of anger, he felt gratitude, because losing that job didn't destroy him. It redirected him. It forced him to evolve, to adapt, to take control of his life instead of waiting for someone else to fix it. Ethan closed his laptop, leaned back, and smiled. This was just the beginning. The world was shifting faster than ever, but he wasn't afraid anymore. He was ready for the next chapter of 2025. Because in this new world, the only real security is learning how to create your own. And that's the truth every freelancer must face. Not with fear, but with purpose. Because 2025 belongs to the creators.
March 2025. Ethan woke up to sunlight spilling across his desk. Not an alarm, not a boss's call, just quiet freedom. The same laptop that once terrified him now paid his bills. It wasn't luck. It was late nights, discipline, and a decision he refused to undo. He had started from nothing, just free tutorials, a few cheap tools, and the belief that consistency would beat talent every single time. Now he had clients from 3 continents, real people, real work, real results. But with progress came pressure. Messages, deadlines, revisions. The work never really stopped, it only changed form. Freedom came with its own price tag. One night, Ethan sat in silence, staring at his screen. Notifications blinked like small fires in the dark. For the first time, he asked himself, what if making money isn't the goal anymore? He realized something that most people ignore. In 2025, money follows skill, and skill follows focus. The world didn't care how hard he worked, it cared about what value he could give. That night became a turning point. He shut his laptop, took a walk outside, and watched the city breathe. Behind every glowing window was someone chasing their own dream or running from it. Ethan had chosen to chase his. Over the next few months, he refined everything. His skills, his clients, even his mindset. He stopped saying yes to everything and started saying yes only to the right things. The kind of work that made him proud, not just paid. By mid-2025, Ethan had tripled his income, not because he worked more, but because he worked smarter. He automated, delegated, and focused on what only he could do. AI wasn't his competition anymore. It was his partner. He used AI to edit, design, write, and organize. But the ideas, the empathy, the human touch, that was all him. Because in 2025, creativity became the new currency. One morning, a message popped up in his inbox. Subject, partnership offer. A global startup had noticed his portfolio online. They wanted him to help shape their content brand on his terms from anywhere in the world. He read it twice, smiled, and whispered, "I made it." That day, he didn't celebrate with champagne or a post online. He called his mom instead. "I was right," he said quietly. "Losing my job was the best thing that ever happened to me." Her voice cracked through the phone. "I always knew you'd find your way." As the months rolled on, Ethan began mentoring others, people still trapped in the fear he once knew. He told them the truth. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need a start. The world has changed. The 9-to-5 system won't save you. But skills, persistence, and self-belief will. Over the next few months, Ethan was working 4 hours a day, living on his own terms, and helping others do the same. He had built a business, but more than that, he had built peace. One final night, he opened that old layoff email again. The subject line still read, "Company Restructuring Notice." He smiled, hit archive, and closed it forever. Some endings don't destroy you. They free you. The truth about making money in 2025, it's not about chasing trends. It's about chasing growth. It's not about finding clients. It's about finding purpose. And it's not about waiting for the right time. It's about creating it. Because the future doesn't belong to the lucky. It belongs to the learners, the builders, and the ones who refused to quit. This is how you make money in 2025. Not by waiting for opportunity, but by becoming the opportunity.